Welcome to a Level Ahead video seminar for John Donne's Twicknam Garden. The aim is to support both students and teachers with detailed analysis and thorough explanation of the set texts, offering another perspective on the reading of the poem. It is designed to supplement the work you have already done, to support your independent study or your preparation work, and to develop your own interpretation, understanding, and appreciation of the poem. This is an AI-generated video which delivers a script written by me. The video will provide an overview of the poem, then a stanza-by-stanza, line-by-line analysis. We will explore the meaning, the techniques used to develop that meaning, and to offer some contextual considerations. This is an excerpt from the full version of the video seminar, which will be available from December when the website is launched. It includes an excerpt from the overview of the poem taking you up to stanza 1, followed by the close analysis of stanza 2. We hope this gives an insight into how the seminars and the resources could support you. We begin with an overview of the poem. Twicknam Garden is a 3-stanza poem about unrequited love, with a regular 9-line rhyme pattern in each stanza and a mixture of 8 and 10 beat rhythms regularly kept throughout the poem. Donne uses the structure to mark a shift in focus or emphasis in each stanza. The poem's title and the location for the narrative is the residence of Lucy Powell, Countess of Bedford. She was one of his patrons, with whom he shared a friendship for many years. It is not necessarily a poem about her, or indeed anyone in particular, though this biographical context can add layers to the interpretation of the poem. The poem's premise is that the speaker is in love with a woman who does not reciprocate his feelings. He's visiting the garden for solace. In stanza 1, Donne explains why he is at the garden, to soothe the feelings of unrequited love which are affecting him so powerfully. However, he then comes to a realization that he is infecting the atmosphere of the garden, as his perception is tainted by his feelings of unrequited love. He uses various biblical allusions to reveal this impact. Stanza 2, following on from the sense of being out of place in the garden, Donne uses a series of personifications in the opening of stanza 2. In the first, he appeals to winter to shut out the life of the place by darkening its sights. Winter did benight the glory, and to freeze its movement, grave frost did forbid. The addition of the adjective grave implies seriousness rather than joy, whilst having the obvious association with death. Again, by having winter forbid implies a prohibition, stopping the natural activity. This is extended as Donne imagines that the trees laugh and mock me to my face. Here, the natural glory of the garden is associated with joy and happiness. However, the lover interprets it as mocking in his transubstantiated state. This inversion of the natural order is emphasized by Donne's assertion that what would be wholesome for the lover would kill the life in the garden. Thereby, Donne exemplifies the way the lover is an embodiment of the snake in the paradise of the garden referred to in stanza 1. Once again, Donne uses the structure of the stanza to mark a change of direction, emphasized in the use of the connective but. Rather than marring the atmosphere of the place, he wishes to become part of the garden. Interestingly, he wants to continue to love, despite it being unrequited, without suffering the pain of the mockery. This may infer the inescapable nature of love, even when unrequited. Donne's choice of the adjective senseless underlines the desire to escape the pain without losing the quality of his love. Donne's focus on transformation, a motif used in the imagery in the first stanza, may reveal a subconscious desire for change. Here, the poet asks to be transformed to a mandrake or stone fountain. The first request, to make me a mandrake, refers to the poisonous plant, which was believed to scream or groan when uprooted. The alliteration creates a dull, murmuring effect, reflecting the sombre atmosphere he wishes to exist in. The mandrake was also considered to enhance the possibility of a woman conceiving when consumed. This secondary reading gives the possibility of a sexual innuendo in "grow here." Again, this adds layers to the complexity of the lover's feelings, hiding the desires which are unfulfilled as a result of the unrequited love. The stone fountain metaphor ties in with the frozen imagery of frost. The water flowing from fountain relates to his tears of unrequited love. The extended vowel sound in weeping reflects the continuous nature of the tears he would spill. If you enjoyed this analysis, there are more examples on my LinkedIn and Facebook accounts. My new website will launch at the end of this month, when the full analysis of 35 John Donne poems will be available to access.